I was asked recently the question, what sort of tools do I need to get started floor loom weaving? Well, a lot of the tools that you do need should come with the loom. So I'm going to take you through the ones that do come with the loom. Then we'll go through the extras that you do need. And then I'll finish up with things that are not essential but nice to have. Before I start, I just want to say that I'm not paid or sponsored in any way by the companies that I talk about during this video. These are all products that I use and love, and that's why I'm sharing them with you. So every floor loom should come standard with a reed. If you are buying an older loom, the reed may need replacing. It may be rusted. But if you're buying a brand new one, the reed will come with it, as will the beater. And the reed and the beater are usually in one piece. Your loom should also come with the treadles, and the amount of treadles that you have on your loom will vary with the amount of shafts that you have. My loom is an 8-shaft loom and it has 10 treadles. It should also come with any tie-up cords and all of those things that you need to actually tie the treadles up to make the patterns. Now, some looms come with a rattle included and others you have to buy the rattle separately. For my loom, the rattle is actually built into the loom, and this is a feature of Luette looms. And otherwise, say with an Ashford table loom, you would have to buy the rattle separately. Your looms should also come with a certain amount of heddles, though they don't usually come with an awful lot. So that is something that you would definitely either want to buy more of straight away, or depending on what you want to weave, if you're not going to weave anything particularly wide for a little while, if you just want to practice, you can get away with the standard heddles that came, but definitely down the track you will want to buy more heddles. Some looms will come with leaf sticks and others won't. These ones came with my David loom. With some other looms you have to purchase these separately, but these are essential for when you are warping, and you need to use these at the back to keep your cross separated and your threads in order. So they're an essential one. Also, these warping sticks came with my David loom. These are made of a light wood, and these should come with most looms. They may be cardboard and they may be wood, but what I actually prefer to use is what I've purchased separately, which is this bamboo blind. You'll also need threading and reed hooks. I really love these ones from Ashford because this end is a reed hook and this end is a threading hook, and they're made of plastic, so for number one, they're flexible, which I really like. They're easy to get in and out when you're threading heddles, and also they don't tend to snag on yarns like the metal ones do. You need a warping board so that you can actually wind your warp prior to putting it on the loom. A warping board is great for starting out with, and you may wish to move up to a warping mill later on, but I'm still going with my warping board and I'm pretty happy with it. I like it because I can just hang it here on the wall and it can stay out of the way. S-hooks that you can get from the hardware store are really handy for weighting threads that have broken, or for just your regular floating selvages to weight them over the back. I find these are just a really good weight, and they're very easy to use because you can just hook them into a slip knot. A sharp pair of scissors is really a good investment. I don't recommend any particular brand, but do try to buy a good brand if you can. I have these ones resharpened every few years and they've served me pretty well. You'll find that if you have blunt scissors, you'll get frustrated very quickly trying to cut threads and trying to cut your warps off the loom. So these are well worth the money. A tapestry needle is something that I use constantly for hem stitching mostly, but also for some surface embroidery that I do while the warp's still on the loom. And these are very cheap and easy to buy. This is a temple, and this helps to keep your weaving width regular so that you can avoid things like broken threads at your selvages. This is not essential to start with, but once you get into weaving wider widths, you may find it well worth the investment. A craft light can be really handy, especially if you weave at night a fair bit and your room lighting is not all that good. This room light is terrible, so I find this light is absolutely essential for any nighttime or low light weaving. This is an OT light, and it's just on a pedestal, so it stands on the floor, and it's got this big adjustable light overhead. I can adjust it down or up, and then it's also got this handy clip which I often put my treadling notes on, and there's a magnifying glass there. I don't really use that, that's why it's covered up. I use a piano stool in place of a bench, and I find it really fantastic because it's adjustable at the side. I can raise it up or put it down. It's comfortable to sit on, it's nice and wide, which I like. A lot of the benches are very skinny, and I can also lift this up and store my tools inside so that I don't lose them all the time. I hope this brief video was helpful to you. If you have any questions about getting started in floor loom weaving or the tools that you need, please ask me the questions underneath this video. And also, if you want to get started in floor loom weaving, please check out my online class that I will leave the link to in the comments. That's all for now, folks. Happy weaving.